A very good afternoon to all our live viewers. We are back with the third match of the day. A wild swing there from the batter. Ball missing. That's been signaled as a wide. Wide plus four. Too many extras already by Srinivas. In his first over, only one legal delivery. He has balled and he has already conceded eight extras. Well, this looks like a very long over. The Rift taking on Wanderers in the final match of the Super Saturday. Toss was won by the Rift and they have elected to bat first. Prithvi Raj and Harish Negi are the two openers out in the center for the Rift. 319 matches for Prithvi Raj, 9,672 runs, averaging 38.84, strike rate 136.24. Very good batter, Prithvi Raj, right at the top for the Rift. That's a big shot. Fielder there in the deep. Watches the ball go over his head. What a shot that was. Slightly full from Srinivas and Prithvi Raj. Hits it a long way. Doesn't time it to perfection, but still the ball goes all the way. First boundary. That to a six coming off the blade of Prithvi Raj. Well, that's a beauty from Srinivas. Leaving the right hander after pitching. That's a dot ball, an excellent delivery. Harish Negi, the other opener at the non-striker. He is a right-hander too. 185 matches for Harish, 3,631 runs, averaging over 23. Strike rate 126.25 for Harish. Well, that's a wide from Srinivas. Another wide. Well. This is the seventh one of the over. Srinivas, 170 matches for him, 129 wickets, economy just under 8, 7.93, best figures of 4 for 7. He hasn't got his rhythm going so far. 16 runs already conceded, yet a delivery to be balled. Marking your guard is Harish Negi, the other opener. 7 of 5 deliveries for Prithviraj. All in all, the Rift 16 without any loss inside the first over. Last ball of the over. Sweeper cover and long off are the two fielders outside the circle for Srinivas. Well, he goes full and beautifully negotiated by Harish Negi. That's a dot ball to close out the over. The Rift off to a flyer, 16 without any loss after one over. Nine extras. Nine extras coming in that over. Deepak to share the new ball alongside Srinivas. Straight away. He'll be bowling with a very short run of Deepak. 265 matches, 187 wickets. Economy very good, 6.67. Best figures of 6 for 11. For Deepak, starts off with a loosener on the pads and beautifully flicked away by Prithvi Raj. That's a boundary to start off the over. Deepak looking for swing, ends up bowling a loosener on the pads, beautifully flicked away. The only thing the batter needs to do on that sort of delivery is a get bat on ball, and he does, and he'll fetch four for that. Score moves on to 20. 20 without any loss. The Rift winning the toss, opting to bat first. Well, that's a big shot. That's a length delivery and beautifully hit away in the mid wicket. Prithviraj, He doesn't believe in small sixes. He likes to deal in sixes, and at the moment, he's got better of the bowler. Hits it way back. It's a comfortable 90-meter hit from Prithvi Raj. He's raised away to 17 of just 7 deliveries. Nothing wrong with the delivery. Deepak balls that one into the surface on the good length. Prithvi Raj rocked back very early and picks the line, then swings it away. Once again, but this time not as convincing as previous, but it will still go for a 4. Once again, just short of good length. This time, just punched off the back foot, straight as an arrow. Both long on and long off are very wide. No one straight on the side screen. It's a boundary. Well, the Deepak goes for 14 in his first half of the over so far. Cut away. Good feeling by the gully fielder. Does well. Saves 4 runs for his team. That was struck very hard, but doesn't find the gap on that occasion. Prithviraj once again drives, but this time he gets through the inner field. Fielder there got some part of his leg to the ball, takes the pace of the ball. So it will be a couple of runs. It won't go all the way. Prithviraj moves to 23. Deepak already gone for 16. Last ball of the over. Once again full, driven on the up, but this time straight to the covers. It's a dot ball. Good little comeback from Deepak. 16 coming off the second over. Rift off to a flyer. 32 without any loss after 2. Srinivas to continue. 1 over, 16 for none for Srinivas. 9 extras for Srinivas in his very first over. Starts off with a loosener on the pads. This time, Harish Negi gets into the act. Beautifully clips it. Over short fine for a boundary. These are easy pickings for both the batters. These are high quality batters right at the top for the rift. This is poor from Srinivas. Starting 2 straight and paying the penalty. And over starts off with a boundary. Score moves to 36. This time a better length, but still a wrong direction. That's a dot ball. He needs to ball slightly outside off stump in order to contain. Well, that ball kept extreme low and trapped Harish Negi right in front. No hesitation in the match official minds before giving that one out. That was plumb in front. Batter might have feel his heart done by the bounce. That was way short delivery. Rolls through on the knee high and it's been given LBW. First one down for Rift in the third over. 36 for 1 after 2.3. Once again, the ball keeps low, but this time Sashi keeps it out nicely. New batter in is Sashi in at number 3 for the Rift. 222 matches for Shashi, 4,238 runs, averaging over 21. Strike rate in excess of 115 for Sashi is in at number 3. A good over, good comeback from Srinivas after going boundary for a first over. That's full, hit away, chance. There for the short mid wicket fielder who dives but still cannot get the ball. Well, that will be a couple of runs for Shashi. All in all, 6 runs and a wicket. A good one from Srinivas. After 3 overs, 38 for 1, the Rift. Change in the bowling attack. Anil now introduce another right arm pacer into the attack. 72 matches for Anil, 78 wickets. Economy just over 7, 7.3. Best figures of 5 for 25. 38 for 1. Well, that's hit hard by Prithvi Raj. He's not holding back. Prithvi Raj means business. That was into the pitch and Prithvi Raj hits it hard. Will only get a single, but the intent is clear. Well, that's very full delivery from Anil and gets rid of Sashi. Shashi cleaned up. Well, that was an excellent Yorker, shaping away from the right-hander in the air, and that's too good a delivery for any top order batter as well. Well, now two down, Rift in the fourth over, 33 for the loss of two after 3.3. Kuljit Singh is the new batter in, gets himself off the mark straight away with couple of runs on the pads by Anil. Kuljit Singh gets off the mark straight away. 41 for 2, the Rift losing two batters. Well, once again, very full from Anil. Kuljit Singh looking to cut that one. Gets beaten. That was very close. Too close to be cut away. Wrong selection of the shot, I must say. An excellent over from Anil so far. 3 runs and a wicket coming off this over. Last ball of the over. Anil Gana to Kuljit Singh. Well, that's slightly shorter in terms of length. Hitting high on the bat. Good fielding in the follow through by Anil. After 4 overs, 41 for the loss of 2. The rift. That's in the air but doesn't carry to the deep fielder. Prithvi Jaj still looking to bat aggressively. Srinivas into his third over. Well, batter there advancing, trying to get to the pitch of the ball and presenting a very straight bat. Fielder there straight down the ground, so it is easy single, which brings Prithvi Raj back on strike, who's on 25 of 16, who's looking to get boundaries every ball, swinging hard. He's been successful so far. Will he continue the very way as his last couple of partners? Last couple of overs on the pads, beautifully flicked away in the square leg. One bounce and into the fence it goes. Yes, Prithviraj still has his foot on the accelerator. He's not letting it go. He likes to bat that way and he'll continue to bat that way. 29 of just 17, irrespective of pitch supporting the bowlers, is going bang bang at the bowlers. 9.72 the current run rate of the rift. They have off a flyer on the back of Prithvi Raj. Last ball of the over. 6 runs so far of this over. That's a slow one. Gone wrong. Down the leg. White signal by the umpire. Score moves to 48. 48 for 2 after 4.5. The rift winning the toss, opting to bat first. They've got good start. Well, that's in the air. Just short of the fielders. In the inner circle. Well, that was an excellent short ball from Srinivas. That ball climbed high on the batter, got big on him. He had no control on the shot, but still gets away with that. Single coming off the last ball after 5 overs, 49 for 2, the rift. Anil to continue. Pulled away. Fielder there. Puts it down. Well. That was an easy catch there. It was a dolly. Once again, the ball coming high on the bat. Prithviraj on that occasion. Late on the shot. That was an easy catch. That was straight in and out. Prithviraj gets a lifeline. Well, this time he goes big. And one bounce for it is. Wide of long off. And it's a boundary. 50 is up for the Rift in no time. 53 for 2 after 5.2. Punched away off the back foot. Good bit of leg buff. There by the inner circle fielder to save 3 runs. Only single coming off that one. Prithvi Raj, 35 of 22. He's got a lifeline. Will he make it count? Kuljit Singh, back on strike. 3 or 4 for him. Well, once again, very full from Anil. Once again, looking to go through the defense of the batter. He's got a very strange action, very slingy action. Rotates his arm couple of times before delivering. Well, this time is cleaned up. Kuljit Singh coming down the track, playing down the wrong line, and that ball skids and hits the timber behind. Third one bites the dust for the Rift inside the power play. 54 for 3 after 6. That's full and straight. Amal Nair has no answer. Gets late onto the ball and is trump plumb in front, right in front of middle stump. No hesitation in the match official's mind before raising the finger. Fourth one down now in a blink of an eye. After 6.3, 55 for 4, the rift. New batter in is Gaurav Mishra in at number 6 for the rift. He's a right hand bat. Gaurav Mishra, very experienced batter, 346 matches for him, 5,185 runs, averaging 21.51. Well, that's in the air, that's put down. Well. That should have been Gonski. That was straight in and out in sweeper cover region. That was a full delivery from Deepak. Gaurav Mishra going for the inside out lofted shot. Gets a lifeline. Well, that's a good bumper from Deepak. Equally well played by Prithvi Raj. Somehow gets on the top of the bounce. Runs it in the square leg. An excellent over from Deepak. 3 runs and a wicket. Coming off the 7th over. Introduction in the bowling attack as well. Gaurav Basi now introduced into the attack. 57 for 4 after 7 overs. The rift. First signs of spin. Right arm off break. Gaurav Basi into the attack. 240 matches for him. 159 wickets. Economy 8.39. Best figures of 5 for 27 for Gaurav Basi. Will be bowling at Prithvi Raj. Well, that's a beauty to start off, Gaurav. That's an ideal length to ball at. That ball skids through, and Prithvi Raj had no answer to that one. Lets it go through the wicket keeper. This time on the stumps, on the money. Prithvi Raj just playing it with the very straight bat. Good fielding by Gaurav in his follow through. Back to back dot deliveries to start off the 8th over. 57 for 4. Punched off the back foot, but straight to the point. It will be a third dot in a row. Gaurav Basi bowling nicely here, not allowing Prithvi Raj to get on the front foot. Just bowling the tight length and staying on the stumps too. Slightly full on that occasion, and that's enough for Prithvi Raj. Hits it straight. No chance for long on and long off fielder to cut that off. That's a boundary. In the arc for the right hander. Gaurav Basi slightly over pitches on that occasion and he goes for 4. That's the margin. Well, this time he comes back and strikes. Goes through the defense of Prithvi Raj and hits the top of off. That's a dream delivery for every off spinner. Pitching outside off and hitting at the top of middle. Slightly drags his length back and the ball turns sharply on that instance. Prithviraj caught in between and it goes right in between bat and pad. Fifth one down. Half of the team now back in the sheds for the rift. 61 for 5 after 7.5. New batter in is MS Srinivas in at number 7 for the rift. 16 matches for Srinivas, 54 runs, average 9, strike rate 93.10 for MS Srinivas in at number 7. Gaurav Basi off the mark with a big wicket of Prithvi Raj, but this is wayward. Right after getting a wicket, he balls a wide. His tail should be up. Gaurav Basi, he's got a big fish. Well, that's tossed up. MS Srinivas does well, hits it straight down the ground and gets himself off the mark with a single. 6 runs and a wicket coming off the 8th over. A good one from Gaurav Basi. After 8, 63 for the loss of 5, the rift. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Sandeep, now introduced. He's a right arm medium pacer, balls in with a very short run up. 203 matches for Sandeep, 77 wickets. Economy 8.8, best figures of 3 for 13. Will be bowling at MS Srinivas. Well, that's a good delivery. Poor bit of glove work behind the timber. Well, that goes for a boundary. No chance for fine leg fielder to cut it off. By signal by the umpire. 4 byes to start off the over. That ball skids through the surface, doesn't carry all the way to the wicket keeper, but still he should have been stopping there. Those bowler expects the wicket keeper to stop those ones. Score moves to 67. Another similar kind of delivery. Once again, a chance of a run out at the non-striker. Well, the batter making his ground safely. Well, by signal by the umpire once again. It was a good delivery, but the wicket keeper fails to collect it cleanly. Full, beautiful cover drive. This is from Gaurav Mishra. That was very full from Sandeep, and he, he beautifully drives it, gets his front foot out, and just lifts it over the cover fielder for a boundary. Score moves to 72. Gaurav Mishra now moves to 5 of just 3 deliveries. Well, that's been guided straight to the gully, but it will be a single. With that single, score moves to 73. 73 for 5. Short ball pulled away but doesn't get at the middle. They are coming back for second. Well, there's a chance of a run out. Good throw, and the keeper does exceedingly well. MS Srinivas nowhere in the frame. Well, Anish, the fielder in the deep, does exceedingly well. Releases the ball quickly. Muhammad Imad with the glove does the rest. Sixth one now down for the Rift. Last man to be dismissed was Srinivas. Introduction in the bowling attack. Rusty Remo now introduced. Well, batter looking to pull that one. Gets completely beaten. New batter who was in is Sunny Gupta, who's in at number 8 for the Rift. 21 matches for Sunny, 91 runs, averaging 13, strike rate 101.1. Looks to sweep once again, misses the ball completely, but it's a wide signal by the umpire. Rusty Remo with his right arm leg break into the attack. 213 matches for Remo, 218 wickets, economy just over 7, best figures of 6 for 9. He's a genuine wicket taker. Remo, well, wicketkeeper is clearly struggling behind the stumps. Once again, fails to collect the ball. 77 for 6 the Rift after 9.2. This will be the last over from this end. There will be a change in end. 6 already down for Rift. They have started off nicely, but they've lost too many wickets. Moving forward, well, there's a problem in the proceedings as the fielders are having some chat in the dugout. Well, that's an animated chat. We have to wait for it. This time the ball skids through and traps the batter well in front. Match official straight away raises his finger and gives him out. Sunny, the man dismissed. He should have been playing on the front foot. He goes back and pays the penalty. Now seventh one down inside the 10 overs. Rift now into all sorts of trouble. New batter in is Vishal Raghuvanshi. He's a left-hander. First time left-hander into the match. 88 matches for Vishal. 1,153 runs, averaging over 22. Strike rate over 108 for Vishal Raghuvanshi. He's got a same surname as the young kid from India, Vaibhav Raghuvanshi. Well, there's a chance of a run out. A good throw. Wicket keeper fails to take the bails off. That would have been curtains for Vishal. If the wicket keeper could have hit the stumps, he was clearly outside. Vishal Raghuvanshi. Well, this time the lefty once again looks to play on the front foot, gets beaten. Wicketkeeper clearly struggling, once again fails to collect the ball. He should focus. He needs to collect those balls cleanly. Well, that's a full toss driven, but straight to the short cover. Third dot ball on a trot. A successful over from Rusty Ramo. Run and a wicket coming off that over. After 10 overs, the rift 77 for the loss of 7. We are halfway through. So players will have drinks. We'll be right back after a very short break with the change in ends. Well, Gaurav Basi to continue. Excellent first over for Gaurav Basi into the second over now. 1.2 over, 7 for 1 so far for him. 78 for 7. The rift after opting to bat first. Vishal Raghuvanshi and Gaurav Mishra. The right hand left hand combination in the center for the rift. Well, let's play it with the very soft hand. Chance of a run out. Fielder fails to collect that ball cleanly. Well, that ball. That's been hit away, but there's a protection behind in the deep mid wicket, so it will only be a single. 3 runs coming off the four deliveries so far. Both the batters looking to rebuild here. Vishal Raghuvanshi and Gaurav Mishra. Well, played straight back to the bowler in his follow through. It does well. It's a dot ball. Last ball of the over. 80 for 7. The rift. Well, that short ball pulled away. That's in the air. But it lands in the no man area. Well, Vishal Raghuvanshi was in no sort of control. That ball bounced way too much than his expectation. That's a bumper from the bowler, Gaurav Mishra. In fact, Gaurav Basa after 11. The rift 81 for the loss of 7. Deepak back into the attack and straight away responds with a wicket. Sends back Vishal Raghuvanshi back on his way. Trapped in front. 92 for 8 now. The Rift loses the 8 in the 13th over. That was full straight and Raghuvanshi played all over that one. That brings his downfall. No hesitation in the umpire's mind before raising the finger. That was full and straight. 92 for 8. The Rift while batting first in the 13th over. New batter in is Hari in at number 10 for the Rift. 26 matches for Hari, 91 runs, averaging 11.38, strike rate 82.73. Well, that's a beauty from Deepak. Shape away on that delivery for Deepak, beating Hari on the outside edge. It's a very good delivery from Deepak. This time shot, he got on the top of the bounce, played it with the very soft hand and gets himself off the mark. It's a quick single to get himself off the mark. Hari gives the strike back to Gaurav Mishra, who's playing very well. 16 of 9. He got a life early on, but from there on, he's carried on nicely. He's got 16 of 9 deliveries. He's playing very positively. Now sweeper cover, drop back for Gaurav Mishra. Short delivery into the surface, punched off the back foot. Good fielding by Deepak in his follow through. Last ball of the over. Run and a wicket so far in this over. 93 for 8. Last ball of the 13th over. Well clipped away. Good work there by the square leg fielder, who does well but cannot stop the batter from getting a single. 2 runs and a wicket coming off the 13th over. Rift 94 for the loss of 3. In fact, 94 for the loss of 8 after 13 overs. Sandeep now back into the attack. 1 over, 8 for none for Sandeep. Now back for his second over. Well, that's a big shot. Doesn't time it correctly. Fielder settling underneath and he takes it. Gaurav Mishra looking for the big shot. Deepak, the man there in the deep, takes it comfortably. This will be the last batter to be dismissed. The last recognized batter that was dismissed. Looking for the big shot. His bat turning in his hands, and that was an easy catch in the long on region. Ninth one down now. Now the Rift are in danger of getting bowled out inside the 20 over as they are 94 for the loss of 9. Ankit Rajvanshi, the new batter, the last man standing in for the Rift. 4 matches, 39 runs, averaging just under 20, 19.5, strike rate 95.12. This is a very good stats for number 11 batter, Ankit Rajavanshi. Stats suggest that he can bat, but he's been cleaned up by Sandeep at the very first ball. That's it. The Rift has been bundled out inside the 20 overs. They only managed to play 14 overs. They have been bundled out inside 40 overs. 94 is what they managed. 95 will be the target for Wanderers when they come out to bat. We'll be right back with a very short break with the chase. Stay tuned. That's beautifully guided away. Right between short third and gully. That's a boundary from Muhammad Imad. 10 for none. Wanderers while chasing. 95. Vishal Raghuvanshi to open the bowling. He's a left arm pacer operating over the wicket for both the right handers. Muhammad Imad. This is the second boundary of the over for him. 10 without any loss. Last ball of the over. Well, that's a beauty from Vishal Raghuvanshi. Huge appeal, but match official says it hit the thigh pad on the way to the wicket keeper. Dot ball to close out the over. 10 without any loss after one. Well, another left armer into the attack. Will ball at the lefty on this occasion. That's straight. Slight misfield. Will allow the batter get through for a single. It's a single to start off the over. 11 without any loss. Wanderers while chasing 95. Raghavendra Singh to share the new ball alongside Muhammad Imad. In fact, alongside Vishal Raghuvanshi. He'll share the new ball. Coming to the career stats of the right-hander, Anish Karthik, who's the opener for Wanderers. 661 matches for him. That's wayward, way down the leg. White signal by the umpire. Anish Karthik, 661 matches for him, 15,150 runs, averaging over 31, strike rate in excess of 104. Whereas for the righty, Muhammad Imad, 381 matches, 6,475 runs, averaging just under 22, strike rate 125. It's time. Batter giving the bowler charge, looking to go downtown, but missing the ball completely. Keeper behind fails to collect the ball cleanly, so they are through for a single, which will get the lefty Anish Karthik back on strike. Raghavendra Singh hasn't been on his best in this over so far. 13 without any loss. Well, that's a full toss and hit away over mid wicket. No point chasing that ball as that ball races across the surface very quickly. Raghavendra Singh gives a freebie to Anish Karthik, who's too good a batter to miss out on such scoring opportunities. Ball goes for a boundary, 17 without any loss now. Wanderers while chasing 95. Well, plenty of cloud cover now. These are very good conditions to play cricket. It's now very chilled out in the center. Players can enjoy the breeze. Beautifully guided in the gully by Anish Karthik for a single. This is good cricket by both the batters. Getting a boundary, then rotating the strike. Both the batters complementing each other very nicely. Right hand, left hand combination right at the top for Wanderers. Another low full toss clipped away beautifully. Will that be cut off by the deep square leg? Yes, he'll cut it off, but it will be easy couple of runs for the batting team and Muhammad Imad. He moves to 10 and his team score Wanderers move to 20 without any loss. Solid start right at the top for Wanderers. They're not chasing a massive target, but they need to be mindful. Wickets in hand will be the key at this surface. A dot ball to close out. Another good over for the batting team. 10 runs coming off that one too. 20 without any loss after two Wanderers. What a shot that was! Well, that was full in the arc for the left-hander. Vishal Raghuvanshi bowling it too full, and Anish Karthik with the biggie. That's the biggest of the match. Just a flick of a wrist. Very risky shot that from Anish Karthik. That's gone out of the park. 26 without any loss Wanderers after 2.1. Well, the ball is back. Vishal Raghuvanshi will continue. 27 without any loss after 2.1. Well, that's been lifted beautifully past the fielder. Well, that will be cut off, but it will be a single. Anish Karthik with another good looking shot. Once again, Vishal Raghuvanshi searching for the swing, pitching it up, looking for the swing, but is not getting any at the moment. At the moment, only swinging in the arc of the left-hander, other left-hander. These are easy pickings for both the batters. 28 without any loss in 2.2. Both the batters enjoying themselves out in the center. Let's play it with the very soft hand and through for a single. This is good running between the wicket. Right hand, left hand out in the center. That is making things difficult for the fielding team to set their field right. Every now and then, fielders are running one side to another side. 1.3 overs, 19 for none for Vishal Raghuvanshi so far. This is better length, punched off the back foot, looking for sharp single, but denied by the non-striker. That's a dot ball. This is better length from Vishal. He needs to ball in this area more often. If he goes full, he will be penalized. The surface has plenty of things to offer for the fast bowlers if they are bowling in the right channel. Shot, cut away, straight in and out. Well, that should have been first one down. That should have been a wicket for Vishal Raghuvanshi. But Anish Karthik gets a lifeline, guides that ball straight to the short third fielder who had to move a foot towards his right. That was right in the bucket. But somehow he manages to put it down. Well, Anish gets a lifeline. Last ball of the over. Well, we have to wait for the umpire signal. That's been given as a wide. Yes, it was wide, way outside off stump. 30 without any loss now. Huge wind flow. Play stopped for a while. Now play resumes, but Anish continues on the very way, a very stylish looking cover drive, but only for a single to end the over. An expensive over from Vishal Raghuvanshi. 11 coming off the third. 31 without any loss. Wanderers. Change in the bowling attack. Now Gaurav Mishra gets a go. Now right arm medium pacer into the attack. He'll be coming around the wicket for the left-hander. 346 matches for Gaurav Mishra, 260 wickets. Economy 8.23, best figures of 4 for 27. Starts off with the delivery drifting on the pads. That's been clipped for a single in the square leg region. Score moves to 32 now. 32 without any loss. Solid start for Wanderers. 32 without any loss. Wanderers. This time the batter advances, looking to go for the big shot. Gets it at the toe end of the bat. Ball moves into the sweeper cover for a single. Score moves to 33. 2 runs coming off the first half of this over. Good over so far from Gaurav Mishra. He's an experienced bowler, making his experience count. Well, that's down the leg. It will be signal wide. Yes, it is signal wide. Well, coming over the wicket for the left-hander on this occasion, but it's been given wide as it was drifted down the leg. 61 needed more. Wanderers off to a flyer in this low run chase. Well, just guided that ball straight to the point, who does exceedingly well. That's a dot ball. This is much better length from Gaurav. He need to ball at this length more often than not. There is assistance there for the bowlers if you pitch in the right area. But whenever you ball full, you will be penalized. Yes, as I said, you will be penalized if you ball full. He balls full. That too on the pads. It's a crime to ball there. And Anish Karthik won't miss out on such scoring opportunities. That's a boundary. 38 without any loss. That's a boundary to close out the over. After 4 overs, Wanderers 38 for the loss of none. Well, they are chasing 95 and they are off to a flyer. Well, that's been punched off the back foot. Plenty of work needs to be done in the gully, but he fails to collect the ball. Well, that's a boundary, a better effort required in the deep. He was very slow off to the blocks. That ball raced away very nicely. A boundary to start off the over. Score moves to 42. Amal Nair into the bowling attack and he's been greeted with couple of boundaries. He was very slow through the air and Muhammad Imad has plenty of time to get his knee down and hikes across the line away from the short mid wicket. It's a boundary. Back to back boundaries to start of the over. 46 now on the board for Wanderers inside the power play. Amal Nair very slow through the air. This time played off the back foot. Mohammad Imran just defending. It's a dot ball. Well, once again, it's full. And he goes over cover. One bounce, two bounce, and into the boundaries fence. Well, that's an excellent shot from Mohammad Imran. Amal, once again, guilty of bowling full, and he's been penalized. That's the third boundary of the over. 50 is up for Wanderers in no time. 50 of just 4.4 overs. Amal Nair already gone for 12 in this over. Punched off the back foot. Now the Reds have protection in the sweeper cover, so it will only be a single. This is good cricket from Imad, getting the boundaries, then rotating the strike. This is what both the batsmen did throughout the partnership so far. They have rotated strike on regular basis. That's the feature. Both into 20s, both complementing each other very nicely. Well, that's very slow through the air, clipped, looking for the second. No, Anish has to settle in with a single. A good over for the batting team. 14 coming off that over after 5 overs. 52 without any loss. Gaurav Mishra to continue. 1.1 overs, 8 for none for Gaurav. 53 without any loss. Wanderers while chasing 95. They have done bulk of the scorings. Now just 42 remaining. Well, this is turning out to be a dominant performance for Wanderers over the Reds. Well, Mohammad Imad coming down the track. Gaurav Mishra saw him coming and dragged his length back. Mohammad Imran still going along with the shot. Swing and a miss. It's a dot ball. This is good from the bowler. He needs to ball into the surface more regularly. Well, that's a poor bit of fielding by the wicketkeeper. That was wide, but still, that could have been stopped. The ball rolls through and goes all the way. Five extras for Wanderers as their score moved to 58. 58 without any loss after 5.2 overs. Well, now 37 needed. Well, that's on the pads. Any part of bat on the ball would have been four. That's a dot ball. That's been punched off the back foot, but straight to the sweeper cover, so it will only be a single. Score moves to 59. 7 runs already of the over. Two balls still remaining. Once again on the pads, played with the very soft hands and threw for a single. This has been the feature of this partnership. Both the batters rotating strike on regular basis. Last ball of the power play. 60 without any loss. Wanderers. Well, that's a steep bounce. Mohammad Imad does well to keep it out. 8 runs coming off the 6 overs. Sixth over, in fact. 60 without any loss. Wanderers while chasing 95. They need another 35 to win this contest. Another introduction into the attack. Now, captain bringing himself into the attack. Shashi with the ball starts off with a beauty, and yes, he gets the wicket. Well, that was very full and straight. Mohammad Imad playing down the wrong line pays the penalty. First wicket down for Wanderers in the eighth over. Sashi with the golden arm strikes at the very first ball he balls, sends back Mohammad Imad and breaks the partnership. 68 for 1 after 7.1 overs. Well, there's a misfield. Abhilash, the new batter in, gets off the mark with a boundary. That should have been a single, but the fielder misfields and lets it go through for a boundary. Abhilash Srinivasan, the new man in, 73 matches for him, 1,482 runs, averaging just under 29. Strike rate 124.43. Well, that's a poor delivery on the pads. Did the batter get bat on that one or it hit the pad? Yes. Leg by is given, so it will be couple of runs leg by that too. Sashi straight away getting the wicket at the very first ball, but then going for a four and couple of runs now. 222 matches for Shashi, 7 wickets, economy just over 9. Best figures of 2 for 5. He's a part timer. Well, looking for the big shot. Abhilash gets a toe end of the bat and the ball moves into the point. It's a dot ball. 6 runs and a wicket so far in this over. Well, once again looking for the big shot. The batter misses, so does the wicketkeeper. Ball racing away in the fine leg. Shorter's fielder does exceedingly well to cut it off, but it will be a couple of runs. That to a bye. Score moves to 76. Now 19 needed more. 8 runs of the over. Last ball of the over. Shashi will ball at Abhilash. Once again, very full delivery. In fact, a low full toss worked away on the onside for a single. 9 runs coming off the 8th over. 77 for the loss of 1. Gaurav Mishra will continue. 2 overs, 15 for none so far for Gaurav Mishra. Will ball his third over and the ninth of the inning. Well, that's a good ball. Just short of good length. In line of body, batter happy to defend it off the front foot. Well, that's an excellent ball from Gaurav Mishra that took off from a length. Abhilash looking to play that one on the front foot, but that ball was way too much for him to handle. He gets beaten. An excellent carry to the wicketkeeper. Back to back dot deliveries to start off the over. 2.2 overs, 15 for none for Gaurav. Well, that was slightly short. Plenty of it that was on offer. Batter looking for the second run. Abhilash. He was sent back by Anish Karthik. Anish Karthik willing to be on the strike. He's been on the non-striker end in last couple of overs. He's on 30 of 22. Change of guard for Gaurav Mishra. Now he's going around the wicket for the left-hander. 17 runs to play with for the Reds, for the Rift. Well, that's on the pads. Beautifully clipped away. Fine leg fielder gives it up. That's a very cleanly done shot by Anish Karthik with the angle drifting on the pads. He rolls his wrist beautifully and walks it away. Beats the fine leg towards his left and no stopping that ball. It's a boundary. He moves to 34. 13 more needed. Now fine leg push back after that shot. Once again drifting on the pads. This time he beats the deep fine fielder towards his left. Well, this is poor from Gaurav Mishra. Back to back boundaries for Anish Karthik. He moves to 38. Now 9 runs needed more for the Wanderers to beat the Rift. That that's played with very soft hand by Anish Karthik. He'll retain the strike. 10 runs coming off the ninth over. Well, now 8 needed for the victory as Wanderers are 87 for the loss of 1 after 9. Sashi will continue. That short ball that's been pulled away beautifully and will beat the deep square leg. That's a boundary. Anish Karthik now looking to finish off things quickly for Wanderers. Wanderers now 4 away from the victory. 91 for the loss of 1. Wanderers now 4 needed. Shashi now coming around over the wicket. Well, that's been cut away. Will that beat the inner circle? Yes, it did. That will be the game for the Wanderers. They beat the Rift with a very convincing manner. 9 wicket the margin between two sides. This is a one-sided affair, and it's Wanderers who come up with goods. Match summary: the Rift winning the toss, opting to bat first, posting 94 for the loss of 10 in just 13.2 overs. In reply, Wanderers comfortably chasing out in just 9.2 overs. Congratulations to Wanderers for winning this match with 9 wicket. Player of the match will be Anish Karthik with for his unbeaten 47 of just 27 deliveries. That's it from the coin box. Do catch us with exciting matches coming in the Super Sunday. Till then, bye bye, stay safe.